Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to another episode of your podcast where we delve into the incredible art of being, well, human. If this is your first time tuning in, you're in for a treat. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our deep dives into what makes us better people. Today, we're going on a journey, my friends. We're talking about something so core to our human experience that it's often overlooked. Something so simple yet so complex that it has the power to change your life and the lives of those around you. Yep, you guessed it, empathy.
It's the way you make me feel so good, feel so good right now. It's the way you make me feel so good.
Picture this, you're at a coffee shop. You see someone visibly distressed at another table. Your first instinct is to look away, right? Or maybe sneak a peek at them over the rim of your latte while you're scrolling through your Instagram. You see that right there is a moment lost. A moment where connection could have happened, but didn't. And in a world that's increasingly connected digitally but disconnected emotionally, it's these moments that we need to reclaim. So stick around. Grab a comfy chair, a cup of something nice, and let's unravel this beautiful mess that is human empathy. Okay, first things first. What the heck is empathy? Is it feeling sorry for someone? Is it understanding where they're coming from? Well, it's a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B, and so much more. According to Psychology Today, empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. It's putting yourself in another person's shoes. Not in an "oh, those are cute, where did you get those?" kind of way, but truly feeling what they might be going through. Now, why is empathy important? In a world teeming with instant gratification and selfies, empathy is the glue that holds the societal fabric together. Yeah, I said it. Empathy is our superglue. According to a study by the University of Michigan, empathy levels among college students have dropped nearly 40% in the past 30 years. You've heard that right, 40%. Now, if empathy is dropping and it's the glue, what happens? Things fall apart, man. We get a society that's more divided, more self-centered, and ultimately more disconnected. But let's get real here. Empathy isn't just for those grand gestures of kindness or standing up for social causes, as awesome as those are. Empathy is in the small stuff. It's in listening to your friend vent about her crappy day without interrupting to talk about your own. It's in asking the bar as to how their day is going and genuinely caring about the answer. Now let's talk about the dark side, the flip side of the coin, the elephant in the room. What happens when we don't exercise our empathy muscles? Firstly, conversations die. Have you ever tried having a deep chat with someone who's just nodding while scrolling through their phone? It's like talking to a wall. A study from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that even the presence of a phone on a table during a conversation can reduce empathetic connection. Then there's the bigger issue, social polarization. Lack of empathy isn't just annoying, it can be downright dangerous. It's what leads to prejudices, stereotypes, and even hate crimes. Without empathy, it's way easier to slap a label on someone based on their race, religion, or any number of factors. You might say, hey, I'm emotionally drained. I have my own stuff to deal with. I get it. But here's the kicker, not being empathetic can actually be more draining. According to a study in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology, engaging in empathy can actually reduce stress rather than contribute to it. Alright, we've identified the problem. So what's the solution? It starts with you. Yeah, you. Before you can genuinely empathize with others, you have to be able to empathize with yourself. This means acknowledging your own feelings and treating yourself with kindness. The next step is to listen. And I don't mean just hear, I mean actively listen. A study from Harvard Business Review suggests that people who listen more are actually perceived as more intelligent and likable. So, the next time someone's talking, really pay attention. Sometimes, empathy is just being there, you know. You don't always have to have the right words to say. According to research from the University of Aberdeen, sometimes nonverbal cues like eye contact or a touch can convey more empathy than words. When you start living a life filled with empathy, something amazing happens. Your relationships get better. Not just with your partner or your family, but even those casual interactions. A study by Jamal Zaki, a professor of psychology at Stanford University, found that empathy can be contagious. One act of kindness, one moment of understanding, can create a ripple effect. Ultimately, empathy has the power to make our society more harmonious. According to a report by the Greater Good Science Center at UC Berkeley, schools that implement empathy education programs see a decrease in bullying and an increase in student performance. Alright, guys, we've covered a lot of ground today. If you've stuck with me until the end, thank you, and I hope you feel a little more connected to the human race. Remember, if you found value in today's episode, please consider subscribing and sharing it with someone who could use a little empathy in their life. I'll catch you in the next episode, and until then, let's make the world a kinder, more understanding place, one empathetic moment at a time.
I was worried you blow my reputation, but I figured it's not on me. Yeah. The way you're making me shiver, your hands on myself, I keep pulling the trigger right. This rare finger for people like them. Oh no. Well, darling, on my mind, I'm feeling so fly up in the zone now. I'm like a golden crown, whirling high up in
to Self-Care and Hustle podcast, where your journey to becoming your best version begins. If you're ready to live your best life and find your inner peace, you've come to the right place, giving you insights on all life tips and purpose-driven actions to move you from where you are now to where you want to go. You can do this. This is me, Nestle Poliente, your host. Are you ready? Now let's dive in. Thanks for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed our deep dive into all the tips you can use to becoming your best self. To catch all the latest from me, follow me on Instagram and support me by considering buying me a coffee. Link is in the description. And make sure to chill out, listen to your favorite music, and drink your water. See you in my next episode.